for the valedictory ceremony. It's an absolute honor to have you, sir, here at the 75th Foundation Year celebration of Odisha Lok Seva Ayog. We all look forward to hear from him, but currently it's time for the welcome address. May I request Dr. Satyajit Mohanty, Chairman OPSC, to do the honor, please. Dr. Mohanty.
Honorable Governor, Professor Ganeshi Lalji, members of the Commission, former chairpersons and members, officers and staff of the Commission, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Observance of 75th year of existence is definitely a momentous occasion in the history of an organization. While celebrating the landmark, it is equally important to introspect whether the organization has been able to fulfill its vision and mission, or if there is scope for course correction to align the organization to the changing needs of its clientele to stay relevant to the time. The members of the Constituent Assembly, in course of the riveting debates, envisioning the critical role the civil service should play in independent India, realized the advantages of a merit-based selection. It prompted the makers of the Constitution to create an independent and autonomous body which would enjoy the protection of the Constitution to ensure fair, impartial, and merit-based recruitment to the civil services of the state, and to be consulted on principles to be followed in such appointments and making promotions and all disciplinary matters affecting a civil servant. The journey of Odisha Public Service Commission in the last 7.5 decades has been remarkable. Thousands of young men and women selected by the Commission have contributed to the growth and prosperity of the state. The silent and stellar contribution of the Odisha Public Service Commission in the making of modern Odisha cannot be overemphasized. Today, the OPSC can claim of having introduced one of the most advanced integrated recruitment management system based on rule engine and artificial intelligence platform that enables the Commission from initiation of advertisement to publication of results. Sir, this has helped us in recommending more than 3,700 candidates for appointment in Group A and B services for the year 2022 and 23, a record for any given year so far. The society is fast changing with massive leverage on information technology, with demand for more accountability and transparency in the functioning of the public institutions. Citizen-centric legislations like Right to Information Act, proliferation of social media in empowering the citizens to be social auditors have placed another layer of accountability on public authorities. The expectations of tens of thousands of aspiring candidates, who are mostly millennials born in this century, must be addressed by the public authorities, including the Odisha Public Service Commission, to stay relevant to the modern times in the changing paradigms. One of our key areas will be to ensure more transparency in the recruitment processes and faster publication of results. We will continue to adopt technology for maintaining integrity of the system and objective criteria in every step of the selection process as part of our vision statement. Today, we had the privilege of the inaugural section being graced by the Honorable Chief Minister, sir. We had a panel discussion, sir, following that inaugural session by the eminent persons on a very relevant topic, that is Public Service Commission, Gateway to Future Leadership and Governance in 21st Century. With this, I welcome you, sir, to this valediction of 75th year celebration of the Odisha Public Service Commission. Thank you. Jai Hind, Mr.
Thank you, Dr. Mohanty, for those enlightening words of welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, on this momentous occasion, we are adding a new technology to our family that is going to bring in a lot of transparency, efficiency to OPSC. That is e-Chayan. May I request esteemed members, Shri Shama Bhakta Mishra, Shri Chaudhary Suryakant Mishra, Shri Gauranga Charan Sahu and Shri Sanak Kumar Mohanty to please join us on stage for the launching of e-Chayan. And may I request Honorable Governor Odisha, Professor Ganeshi Lal, to please do the honor of launching e-Chayan, that is the most advanced integrated recruitment management system based on rule engine and AI that will bring efficiency and transparency to Odisha Loka Seva Ayog family. The software has many advanced features and it would enable the Commission to process the entire recruitment formalities from advertisement to publication of result expeditiously. And what better day, if not today, to launch e-Chayan in the hands of Honorable Governor Odisha, Professor Ganeshi Lal. Thank you so much, sir. And I definitely expect a bigger round of applause for this newest technology that we have added to our family. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, members. Ladies and gentlemen, it goes without saying that it needs a lot of hard work and dedication to work in an organization like OPSC that strives for excellence. And we take immense pride and honor in saying that we have the best of the staff who keep their duty above everything else. So it's a great opportunity for them to receive their honor from Honorable Governor Odisha. I'll request the Meritorious Service Awardees to please join us on stage. Srimati Malati Lata Dei, Establishment Officer. May I request you, ma'am, to please join us on stage. And may I request Honorable Governor Professor Ganeshi Lal to please present this certificate of excellence to our meritorious staffs whose hard work makes OPSC an absolutely one of its kind organization that sets the standard really high in Odisha and across the country. Shri Chitta Ranjan Aich, Assistant Section Officer. Shri Chandan Behera, Assistant Section Officer. Shri Vishnu Charan Patri, Group D employee. And Shri Satyabrata Ray, Additional Secretary. And I'll request all of you to give a big round of applause for the entire staff of OPSC who make us who we are. Thank you, each one of you, for your contribution in making Odisha Loka Seva Ayoga an ideal organization to look up to. Thank you, Honorable Governor, sir, for doing the honors. It's a great day for the family, 75 years in service. We look forward to many more decades dedicated to Odisha. And we have Honorable Governor, sir, with us. May I request you, sir, to please enlighten us with your address, Professor Ganeshi Lal.
Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me. Well, life minus attachment is celebration. And celebration is the nature of the spirit. So, you would permit me to call it to be OPSC as a spiritual conclave for the people of Odisha, that is OPSC. I am very much delighted, you see, unmixed pleasure and immense joy to be with you, Honorable Chairman Satyajit Mahanti ji and other friends. Of course, the servitors of the transcendence they are. All the doctrines which have been enshrined in the scriptures, say, by the sages, the saints, the seers, and the scientific philosophers, all the rules and principles which have ever been constituted in the Constitution or other things, you see, all the arrangements which have been so formulated fall under the ambit of righteousness, soul's vision of truth, intuitive knowledge, reason, psychic perfection, soul's vision of truth. Generally, the chairman, honorable chairman was speaking like that. You see, it is transparency, integrity, efficiency, probity, credibility, fairness, trust, etc. All these are very big words, you see, which I have spoken, you see. Let me put them in a box and write down all these things fall under the ambit of sincerity, which perhaps India is lacking. You see, the greatest, saddest failure is that of sincerity, you say. रामायण में एक चौपाई है, सचिव वैद्य गुरु तीन जो प्रिय बोलई भयास, राज धर्म तन तीन कर होई बेगई नास. If the secretary speaks in a flattering voice or in speaking in a voice of yes man, just to please his boss, the executive, you can say, well, then ill fares the land and hastening ills a prey where wealth accumulates and man decays. All that is surely doomed to destroy. The secretary has to be above board, you see. He must be fearless. See, in Dashratha's time, we had only two advisors, Vamadeva and Vasishtha. With the Honorable Prime Minister, I can say again, there are two great advisors, Mishraji and Doval. As far as my Honorable Chief Minister is concerned, again, there are two advisors. I won't like to name them, you see. Otherwise, there may be confusions among all of you, see. But as far me is concerned, my two great advisors are Saswat Mishraji and Himanshu Patnaik, you see. So the secretary has to be aboard. Otherwise, you see, the world becomes too much with us, you see. So as far as the selection process is concerned, you may be adopting certain tactics and measures, whatever they are, you see, perhaps. But I think that is perhaps should be the transcendental meditation and science of creative intelligence. My friend was just speaking of artificial intelligence. I would like to replace it by supreme intelligence. Of course, not supreme intelligence, but spiritual intelligence I would like to add, you see. Enough of artificial intelligence, etc., you see. So there can be four ways, you see. All that has been written as Vivek, patient structuring, Vidya, subject matter expertise, Vishwas, open and direct arguments, discussions, debates, dialogues, and Jivan Mulya, that is traditional values and the modernity, you see. All these things together, you see, these have been spoken to Yudhishthira in Narad Samhita by Nard, you see. 15 great shlokas are there. Again, there are 150 questions floated by Yaksha to Yudhishthira. I have just summed up in four words, you see, Viveka, Vidya, Vishwas, and Jivan Mulya, you see. Ultimately, the selection process, you see, whatever it is, you see, I am not discussing, I will not like to discuss forms of government. Whatever the forms of government may be, it is hardly considerable because of priests and nobles and the monarchy, we got the democracy. Democracy, it is social democracy, partyless democracy, spiritual democracy. What democracy it is, that is to be discussed something else. Again, the violent protest of the soul, we then came to the socialistic pattern of the society. Again, there is a discrimination, you see. And then people talk like that, they relinquish, renounce the rancorous discrimination and chant the beautiful glorification to fetch up emancipation, salvation, and crucifixion. So as far as all these things are concerned, it is a material. Some people talk of Ram Rajya also, see. The system of a government, you see. So that is what the need of our is, perhaps. The rejuvenation of the mind, the resurrection of the mind, you see. The renaissance of the mind, you see. Well, mind is not available, never in the market, never in the atmosphere, never in the educational centers. So I will talk of only the heart, you see, because Ishwar Sarvabhutanam Hritdeshe Arjuna Tishtati Aham Sarvabhutanam Hradi Sannivishto. Indweller is Lord Prabhu Jagannatha. We have got the DNA of Lord Prabhu Jagannatha. So that is to be considered, you see, while making certain appointments, whatever the appointments may be, you see. Ultimately, I would like to conclude like that, you see. Bharat is not a country inhabited by persons, you see, or mountains or the rivers, etc. It's a living goddess. मेरा अस्तित्व मेरा भारत है, आपका अस्तित्व भी तो यही है. वंदे उत्कल जननी भारत माता की जय.
Thank you very much, sir, for those words of wisdom that only comes with decades of experience and expertise. Odisha Lok Seva Ayoga shall forever be in your debts for this graceful presence, love and support. And we promise, with your blessings, we will grow beyond boundaries. Thank you so much. As a token of our love and gratitude, we have a small gift on behalf of OPSC. May I request head of our family, Dr. Mohanty, to please do the honor of presenting this token of gratitude to Honorable Governor Odisha, Professor Ganeshila. Ladies and gentlemen, please put our hands together to the most humblest person we ever know, who loves our culture, and his dedication and love for Lord Jagannath makes us believe that he is the person we should follow when it comes to devotion, culture, and being a true Odia. Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Member OPSC, Dr. Sarita Supakar, to please propose vote of thanks.
Revered Honorable Governor of Odisha, Professor Sri Ganeshila Lalji, Revered Honorable Chairman, Odisha Public Service Commission, Dr. Satyajit Mohanty, dignitaries of the dais, former chairpersons, former members, present members, officers and staff of the Commission, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Odisha Public Service Commission, I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Governor of Odisha for sparing his valuable time to be with us on this momentous occasion of celebration of 75th years of this institution. Sir, your gracious presence has added immense value and significance to the celebration. Thank you very much, sir, for inspiring us with your words of wisdom. I would express my gratitude to the chairman of the commission, Dr. Satyajit Mohanty, for being a dynamic leader with a vision to make the functioning of the commission more effective, transparent, and fair. Sir, I sincerely appreciate your commitment to make the commission stand tall and shine bright. I extend my sincere thanks to the former chairpersons, members, present members of OPSC for their valuable contribution in strengthening the institution. I would like to thank the officers and staff of the Commission for their hard work and dedication. I express my deepest appreciation to all the dignitaries, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this glorious occasion. I would like to thank the members from media for being with us in the celebration. My sincere thanks goes to OTDC, Expos Event Management, Gitanjali Arts, and Teerthkhetra Printers for their association with us in organizing such an event. Thank you very much. Vande Utkala Janani.
विधाता